I call the shots, I never call it quits. Trust my intuition, bet it's right and bitch it often is. Seen too many others come and go, they had the wrong intent. Do it out of love and never for it, then I watch it get bigger than expected. Don't second guess it, I let it set it. It's God's plan, we out here only accepting blessings. I'm stuck with it, this mindset is terminal. In and out different terminals, leveling up is personal. And I already made it, y'all can miss me. I smack my girl's ass, tell her pinch me. It's hard to believe I made something from nothing. No hindsight discussions, I've been writing, I love it.
Welcome to the 3 Gig Sports Podcast, where we are never wrong, just sometimes misinformed. Danny G, Miley, and Jim are in the house tonight. Me. Miles, how's it feel to be rich, dude?
Y'all told me to quit.
We did.
AA's for quitters, boys.
That's the truth. So, for people that do not know, Miles won a nice chunk of change at the casino.
Yep. Gambling addiction finally paid off.
For a day.
It popped for the big one. The big one that he thought he was supposed to have, a few months ago?
Yeah.
Where he's disappointed after winning $1,200, thinking it was $12,000.
$1,400, and the lady comes over and she goes, "Oh, you just won $14,000." I'm like, hell yeah, let's go. She comes back, "Sorry, sir, it's $1,400. I'm like, what the? That's a pretty big fuck up. Here, take all this money back.
Right.
But this time, I hit for $15,000 and got drug out. I made my way back up there, though, but still got drug out.
Hell yeah, buddy. Nice work on that. I'll take a little bit of that luck.
Danny already alluded to it. We're so thankful to have a new sponsor.
Yeah.
For 3 Gig.
Yeah, we've got plans. Yeah, we're checking out some different spots.
Yep.
You know,
what money?
He did say he went back up to the casino. So.
Do you guys know something funny about this before we kick it off?
Yeah.
I had a friend, so I post that, that picture of me hitting that $15,000, and I had a friend I haven't heard from in forever hit me up. And he's like, "Dude, I'd love to go to the casino with you." I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine. Just make sure you bring your own money."
Right.
This fucker drives 2 hours to come get me. We go to the casino. He has $400 cash. I actually have less than him on me at the time. So we get up to the casino, right? And he's ahead. And I lose mine pretty fast. I'm like, we got to go back home. I got to get more money. So I did Tyler's method where I had to leave and come back. So I came home, got the money, and so it'd been $700 I went up with this time. And I'm hitting. This kid has $400 to his name, and I don't know it. Don't know anything about his financial problems or anything. He has $400. I'm in the high roller room for hours. But in the first 15 minutes, we come back the second time, he finds me in the room, and I'm like, what's wrong? "Oh, I'm out of money." I'm like, "What? How are you out of money?" "Well, I went over to that game." I'm like, okay, that game's minimum spins $3, and it goes up to maybe 11 or 12. So I look at him and said, "What were you betting?" 11. What do you expect, guy? Come on. Just because you're with me doesn't mean, we're hitting everything here. I mean, I had to remind him, do you know how much this place took from me?
Yeah,
right.
When Miles is a sensible one, I think we've got a problem at the casino, man.
So anyways, I wake up to a message that morning, and he goes, "Hey, man, my wife says I can't hang out with you anymore." And I was like, wait a minute. You call going to the casino hanging out? I was like, okay, first off, fuck you, fuck your wife, right. And you need to go ahead and remove yourself from, contacting me ever again.
Jesus.
And he wasted no time. I'm blocked on everything. Let's go.
Right, there we go.
Man.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Well, what do you mean, I can't hang out with you anymore? You called me, and technically, where did we hang out? We met at a casino.
Yeah, no shit.
So you brought your own money. Nobody told you to go get more money.
Right.
You brought what you had, and you spent it. That is on you. I do not blame Miles when I went up there and I lost a little bit. I wasn't losing no $400. It isn't like I'm blaming him. I'm a grown-ass man.
Right.
And the crazy part about this whole story is I gave him $100 to play on, right? And I said, if you double it, I want my 100 back, right?
Yeah.
He goes to the machine next to me, doubles it in 5 seconds, gives me the ticket. He goes and cashes it, gives me my 100 back, and he goes and plays with his 100. Mind you, I'm still in the high roller room making $5 spins at a time. This guy finds me 30 seconds later. I'm like, you went and did the same fucking thing?
Tough, man.
Wow.
See, we're hearing the ups and downs of gambling right now.
Oh, yeah.
So you can make some money, but more often you're gonna lose some money,
And you're gonna lose it quickly.
Oh, very quickly.
especially in that room.
Especially when you get up, then you don't walk out again.
No doubt. Well, I feel like it's been forever since we've done this. I know we've got
Yeah.
plenty of news out there, brother. What's going on?
The world went crazy while we were gone. We're going to go ahead and kick off with new coach Deion Sanders.
Prime time.
Prime time. Coach Prime. Promises Colorado, that'd be the University of Colorado. We're gonna win. His 5-year, $29.5 million contract begins at $5.5 million in the first year, with yearly incentives that include $150K for 6 wins, $100K for each win after 6, $150K for a bowl berth, $200K for New Year's 6, and $750K for a natty.
That's it?
That's
For the natty or to get into the playoff?
for the natty.
Jesus.
I feel like it should be like
Well,
millions.
New Year's 6 is one of those, right? One of the 4 college football playoff.
Yeah, I
that
don't
would
know how
get
they're
you-
going to change the – yeah.
So I think that turns into there's $200K for making that. But regardless, the hype that is coming here, what is coming out of his own mouth, he's already warned his players that are there now. He's like, I already have my own crew coming in. I have cats that already have a starting gig when they walk in this door. So go ahead and if you're worried about it, go ahead and take use of that transfer portal.
Yeah, how did he put it? I brought my own luggage.
Brought my own luggage.
Yeah. Man, it's I'm surprised. I mean, we talked about this, and it seemed like he was not as worried about the money. It was more about building the HBCU, right?
Yep.
But you can't argue. I mean, he was making like $300K at Jackson State, and now you're talking $5 million a year.
Mm.
And I mean, I don't know. There's no reason not to think he can be successful, right?
I don't think I think he will be.
Yeah.
He's a very serious coach. He doesn't come off like that when he's doing interviews or anything like that. But he's a very serious coach. He also introduced his son as their starting quarterback when he came in. So I think
that's part of it. Hold on, maybe that's part of it, right? Now his son has a legit shot to win a Heisman.
Could be. Yeah. He balled out there. I think he would have had a shot of making an NFL, or he would have been invited to the combine and all that stuff too. But yeah, the Heisman part possibly. Yeah. He's already returned their top receiver from Colorado that was in the transfer portal as soon as he signed. He's bringing in Joe Horn Jr., who was in the transfer portal. He's already bringing in like 4 or 5-star guys already.
Yeah, he's going to for sure bring over guys that originally committed to Jackson State. They're just going to follow him to Colorado too. Yeah, I'm sure. And they're 4 or 5-star guys at that rate. The only thing that hurt him was like their line, right? The offensive defense. And now he can get that with the big boys. So
is it not a perfect time for him to take the Colorado job in general though? Outside, think about this. Was it next year? I'm pretty sure it's either next year or the year after. USC and UCLA are jumping ship. So your chance to win the Pac-12, you have to go through Oregon and Utah.
Yeah.
Alabama's had 11 transfers already.
Like going out?
Yep.
Gee. Well, I seen that it's turned so bad. Like the transfer portal has gotten so bad. For instance, nice segue for me. Appreciate that. Stetson, or you remember Stetson Bennett's, whose job he originally took over, right? JT Daniels?
Yeah, Daniels, yep.
He went to West Virginia. They were balling out the first 6 games, then it all fell apart because their defense started going run-centric, then lost a starting job last 2 games. He's entering the transfer portal and going to his 4th team. He started off at USC, went to Georgia, went to West Virginia, and now he's about to be on a 4th team. All because
pretty slick.
Yeah. I mean, it's just everybody's jumping ship. I mean, the other big one that I took off of here, gentlemen, is Iowa got Cade McNamara from Michigan.
Yeah.
4-star. He was a 4-star when he signed over there. In fact, he had offers from Bama, all those places. He flipped script on Ohio State or maybe it was Bama or someone. I can't remember. He flipped script on somebody and signed with the Wolverines. Well, then he jumped, and like the next day after he transferred or entered the transfer portal, he signed with Iowa. In that same transition period, we lose one of our top skilled receivers. He went to the transfer portal, and Keegan Johnson. So his transfer portal was just.
I like it. I like the transfer portal.
Yeah, that's right up your mind. Like everything's moving, right?
All over. Hey, listen, you brought up Stetson Bennett. I saw an interesting fact today. Stetson Bennett is in the Heisman conversation this year, right? We're in 2022.
He's one of the finalists. He's one of the 4 finalists.
Yeah, I guess I could say it that way. Yeah, so he'll be up there, potentially going to win it. Lamar Jackson won the Heisman in 2016. They are the same age.
I knew you were going to go there. He's, 25 years old?
How fucking crazy is that?
That is insane.
So he got redshirted?
Like 3 times or whatever?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And then you had the COVID year. You throw that in there where they give you a free one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 25 years old.
So he's
Dan Wilder over here.
Right.
8 years of college, no big deal. I saw that, and I'm like, holy shit, man.
How is he still alive?
Right. Party that
We
long.
better check his kidneys.
No doubt.
I wonder if he's taking any classes at this point.
He probably doesn't have to. He's
Well,
probably
I'm
got
sure-
all his credits.
Well, I'm sure he doesn't have to, but what do you do with your day all day then?
Right.
He's in college, James.
They don't party all day long, dude. 7 days
If
a week.
you ain't got to go to class.
Okay.
I've never
All right.
met a college student that didn't have to go to class, though.
Right, okay. You have a point. But do we all believe that
So who's
he's entered
transferring
the
to
program
Iowa?
room? Cade McNamara, quarterback.
Michigan's.
That's crazy.
Played in the college football playoff.
So you're
Last year,
telling me there's a chance
No, Brian Ferentz is still the offense coordinator.
you can't get rid of
What were they
son.
talking about, though? Bringing over old boy from Miami.
Welcome to Miami.
There was a report about, God, I don't remember if he's the OC or what his title is at Miami, but he actually has a really good relationship with McNamara, and so they're trying to pull him over to Iowa, too, to help that.
Help that transition.
Yeah, so I doubt it's replacing France necessarily. It would be sweet if it was,
Right.
but that should help. I think
You can't get rid of Prince.
not
Not-
Kirk.
Oh, I know. I'm talking about the son.
Oh, okay.
You can't get rid of him. Greatest offensive-minded coach
God damn it.
ever.
Oh, my God. You're a piece of shit
Ever.
right now. God damn it.
Dude,
Just rub it in, right?
When I was at the Iowa State game, they literally were all the Iowa fans were booing. What's his name coming
Petrus.
out? Petrus coming out, and all the Iowa State fans were just losing their mind for him.
Yeah. No, because they knew they had a shot if he's back there. Speaking of which, he will not be playing in our Music City Bowl game. And our backup, Alex Padilla, entered the transfer portal.
Yep.
We'll be rolling with a true freshman like we should have been doing all year. Not my guy, but I told you either one to be okay. Joey Labas.
Okay. Yep.
So we're going to see what we have potentially to compete against McNamara, at least bare minimum, or who's going to be his backup next year.
Do you believe in the circle of life, like the Lion King? So
Of course.
you had the Rams and Bengals in the Super Bowl last year, and now you got Iowa and Kentucky in the Music Bowl. I'm sitting there like, who do you want me to fucking cheer for here?
Right.
It's tough.
Deep down inside.
Yeah, go Iowa.
Go Iowa.
There you go. Oh, but yeah, to your question, he's totally going to turn that shit around. Colorado's been a joke for a long time.
Quickly.
Yes.
I'm guessing he's going to get that. He's going to get that 100K bonus right out of the gate. He's going to get that 6-win one. And that would also get him the bowl berth because all you need is 6 wins.
Yep.
If I had to throw a prediction for wins in his first season, I'm going to throw 7 out there.
Yeah, what'd they win this year? 1?
Something like that, 1 or 2.
Yeah, I'll go 6 or 7 too. Yeah, it won't be like a 10-win year,
Right.
but they're going to improve for sure.
They're
yeah.
improved dramatically.
I've seen this song and dance before. I'm going 9.
Oh,
Ooh.
let's go.
Going 9.
There we go. That's a pretty big swing right there.
Yeah, I've seen coaches come in and change even the NFL.
If there's one dude that can change a culture, Deion Sanders
Yeah.
is all over that shit.
Yep.
So
He's going to bring more nil money there. They're going to be able to attract even more talent.
he was pretty damn cool with his with Jackson State players, letting them know like a man, basically, not like you heard it from just the media and never seen him again. Blah blah blah. He sat down with them. Did you guys see the booing though? In the championship game, the SWAC championship of the Jackson State fans. I'm like, dude, you guys were even on the map.
Right.
What this guy did for you gave you 2 goddamn championships.
I'm booing.
No.
It still hurts.
You don't boo for that. It hurts, yeah. You don't boo for somebody. Not the classy way that he's conducted himself has brought attention to you and spotlight to you in your conference and your university.
But a lot of those kids that signed there have parents that were in those stands thinking they were going to have him as a head coach their whole time.
They still can.
Yeah.
He can
They can
transfer with
follow
him.
him.
You were just high on it.
All right.
All I'm saying is he was a man about it too. He didn't just transfer, leave, and he like some of the Saban did Michigan State dirty. Remember that one of the receivers even talked about that. It was a big time receiver. Plaxico maybe? Burris? Does that sound right?
Yeah, actually.
I think it was Plax.
Yeah.
The guy that shot himself in the club?
Yes.
Yeah.
Same guy.
But he said didn't contact any one of them. They had no warning. They had signed on to play with Nick Saban, and this is how they got done. This man sat down. He brought notoriety. He brought that university money. He did the whole works. There's nothing to boo that man about. You should build a statue for him. Actually, I'm gonna put it out there right now.
Yeah, all new facilities because of him, right? All the notoriety. Either way, you're not going to have the same swag that Prime brought, but you're definitely higher on the poll than you were before he came there. So either way, it's an improvement for a long time. So,
Yep.
respect.
From one awesome story, the way a man builds it up, to a disgusting story.
Here we go.
Florida backup quarterback Jalen Kitna released on bond stemming from charges of child pornography. The son of ex-NFL quarterback John Kitna posted a $80,000 bond.
I ain't posting no fucking bond.
So, give you guys a little bit, because I read this one, a little bit of thing, is that he tried to defend himself by saying he got the stuff off the internet, and he thought everything on the internet was supposed to be legal or legal age or whatever. But evidently the picture is pretty there's comments on it and everything or whatever, and it's pretty damn clear cut. It was a very, very young lady being violently abused. It's a nice way to put it, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nope.
John evidently couldn't stand still in the courtroom, which I could probably understand that. I'd probably jump over and kick my son's ass.
Yeah, I feel like you'd be in the sense of denial. Like, there's no fucking way. There's no way.
Like,
I need an
maybe it would be
explanation,
like that. Be like,
you know?
dude, you had to have been mistaken or what?
Yeah.
Miles, your mind is going.
I don't have anything. I mean, I guess you got to pay attention to what you're watching. I mean, then again, we have all this software. The government has all these pieces to stop this stuff.
Oh yeah,
and it's still happening.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't. Like the only point I agree with is it shouldn't be on the web in the first place.
1,000,000% agree.
Yeah.
I think I've touched on that vaguely myself. Is the internet sites for the most part never get in trouble for it.
Right.
Because they can claim someone else uploaded it, and they don't have control over what gets uploaded. That's how. I mean, it's almost impossible. You can pull it down after it's been put up, but that's what they go by. I'm like, so you're allowed to air it on there. You have no. You should be checking certification or whatever that the proof that whoever is in any video or picture, you cannot post it unless there's proof that you are 18 years old.
Well, you mean to tell me the government has facial recognition of everybody in America and we can't stop that? We can't use that on the internet? And they can't spot that before it's uploaded?
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going to. There's got to be some kind of AI that can be like, even if there's not a recognition, it's like this is 80% likelihood this person's under 18. Done. Flagged. Check it out.
And just so we're clear, I'm not defending him. Not defending him at all. I'm just saying it needs, like...
But we also don't know every single fact either.
Yeah. Right.
Like what you're saying. Like maybe it wasn't fully. Maybe it was one of those things that he thought it was a role play thing or whatever the scenario. I'm not defending him either, but we don't know either.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like they're basing it off one video.
Yeah, I think.
And if you see somebody that's in, like when you hear about child pornography, it's like somebody with a loaded laptop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and they're usually a part of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Cain
Florida,
Velasquez, just on standby, please.
Yep.
Just be ready.
Who's that?
Cain Velasquez. Just
Cain
hang out.
Velasquez. Yeah.
He's ready to pop him.
Florida has released him from his scholarship. So,
yeah.
Regardless of whatever it was, whatever comes out, let's say he does come out 100% innocent in the thought, ruined his career.
He's going to lose friends too. So I mean, why not lose a scholarship too?
Right. Maybe even enter a different type of list.
He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Vikings cornerback Patrick Peterson denied Thursday that he has beef with Kyler Murray and has texted him. Peterson said on his All Things Covered podcast that Kyler Murray don't care about nobody but Kyler Murray.
I wish he would have fucking kept going with it. Because he's very right. You see it on the sideline, the way he talks to his coach, the way he talks to his teammates. Kyler Murray, you don't care about anybody.
Nobody cares about him but him, right?
He's a bum.
I knew yours would be pretty simple with it, but Kyler did say, Patrick, you must be doing this for clicks, likes, whatever, more listens on your podcast, but
maybe.
But he's actually not saying anything.
Honesty,
right? They do, But
I'd say,
like he just said, we all can witness it from television.
Okay.
Either that is the weirdest misconception. The only other person that was more where the misconception was OBJ early on in his career, right?
Yeah.
Come to find out he wasn't like that, and there hasn't been one teammate that I recall has said so. Right. Go ahead.
You start saying something.
We're doing it for follows. You fuck. You suck.
Right.
Not me.
Looks like shares, baby.
You just suck.
No. Yeah. If I had to compare him to anybody, it would be a older Russ Wilson. Not a young, because young Russ Wilson was all right, but Murray, you're not all right.
Hall of Famer.
Anyways,
man, I hope he keeps playing. Because that fucking Hall of Fame shit, he's playing his way out of it, bro.
Oh, stop it.
He doesn't deserve it, and he's playing his way out.
They're taking his balls out of Cameron, Ohio, and throwing them in the river.
Ouch. LeBron James says he's disappointed by lack of questions from the media about a 1957 photo of Jerry Jones, that's Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, observing the harassment of black students a couple yards in front of him. Says media was quick to ask him about Kyrie Irving, but not one single question. And he did wait to the end of his press conference. I watched it to wait and see if anyone brought up anything with Jerry Jones.
1957, you say?
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to put him on a pedestal what about all the other people in that photo?
Mm-hmm.
What about everybody else in the background of that photo that wasn't doing anything about it?
Mm-hmm.
What about the way the U.S. was in 1957? Let's not put it on one person. Let's put it on the country.
Yeah. So what he did say that in that too, and that's the reason why he's disappointed that he didn't get brought up. But he didn't give an opportunity to even, like, if it was asked to him, like what he thought of the picture. He wanted to. He said he basically, in so many words, probably would have defended Jerry Jones because it was from 1957. He's like, that is digging up way in the past. But the fact is that you guys didn't even ask me, but you were quick to ask about Kyrie, is what his point was. That's how I took it. You guys can watch his press conference and see. Maybe he took it a different way, but he's like, I understand that was decades ago. That isn't. So you guys didn't even ask. In fact, I don't even need you to answer the question now.
That's why they didn't ask him.
What do you mean?
Because it's from 1957.
Why
do they have that?
They dig a. It depends on who you are.
Yeah.
That's true. The route you're going.
It depends on who you are. Yeah, they've dug up stuff way in the past about other people, way in the past, and they've ridden with it.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's got a good point with that. I mean, especially when we talk about Kyrie, anything he does, they're going to blow up and make worse, right? He's also still trying to get Kyrie to come play with him, I believe, because that shit is funny. But like at a bigger picture thing, it's hard. I don't think he was trying to actually dwell on the fact that Jerry Jones was there, and because he gets along with Jerry Jones and stuff like that.
And he's a Cowboys fan. Yeah.
So I don't think it's like that. But at the same time, you can't look back at a time like that and act like you would have done anything different, because you don't know what it was like at that point in time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Imagine in that huge crowd of people, and everybody would like to think, fuck, I would be the one person defending these people, but you don't know that. Imagine being the one white person in the crowd of people that are doing shitty things. 99% of the time, you're either just going to be quiet or you're going to be involved too. At that whatever point in history, people are being a piece of shit. Most people are going to be in the same boat. That's just the reality of the time that it is. It was a shitty time, and those were shitty-ass actions that we were doing, and that's the way our country was back then. So there's no, excuse for it. But to act like anybody would be any better or worse because of that it's stupid. It was forever ago, so you don't even know. You know what I mean?
Like, you can plug and play, your thought process and your belief in your age right now into back then. I'm like, that isn't – you would have grown up different.
Right. People think you're like a witch or something. Like, why do you think the way you think? Like, what the fuck are you?
Right. You would have been outcast right at the beginning, too, and it's...
And if you don't think your government can make you hate your neighbor, look at that picture in 1957.
Man,
I haven't actually looked this picture up. Have you?
I don't know why it came to light all of a sudden.
It's literally nine... That's like 9 guys standing in the back with their hands in their pockets and kids walking, or whatever, It was.
But why did it come out?
People dig.
People dig.
Oh, so it was part of the. Yeah, I do know that. It was part of the. And this is where it's going to start, baby. I should have went this route. It started into the look into the Washington Commanders. Yes.
What?
The digging deep and going back in time. And I told you this is where, and I didn't even think about that. I forgot to bring up that part. The deep, dark secret. If this is even a deep, dark secret that we're talking about necessarily right here, but if this is just a little bit that comes, imagine what else is what is known.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We talked about, do they have them circled? Yeah, they do.
So they found a newspaper from 1957 laying around, and they're like, oh, look at this. We got him.
And
we got him.
Recognize that as Jerry
They're
Jones?
yelling. Yeah, so they're like, it's kind of a confrontation. You see him just onlooking.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's
But
really
they're,
doing
and
anything.
you could tell one dude's laughing here. This one's getting in his face with a cigarette, and I'm not saying no part of this is okay, but it's also, it's like you said, shitty part in America, right? But
reporter stunned after spotting NFL Jerry Jones in 1957.
You're not stunned, bitch. You were looking for something.
Yeah.
You're not going to glance at that and be like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
I recognize that.
I recognize
Jerry
that
Jones.
young boy.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. No, you're digging.
You probably slept with him in 1957.
You were there, bitch.
Whoa.
You took the photo, didn't you? Who took the photo? Why don't we get mad at the person who took the photo?
Yeah. Actually, that is pretty fucked up. Like, who's up there just click, click, like, what the fuck?
Might want to see this.
We're going to remember this one,
Yeah. Let's keep rolling with a little bit of the old Kyrie stuff.
Okay.
Go ahead and get my boy Miles and Danny sparked up.
Nope, nothing gets sparked up anymore.
Amazon CEO Andy Jassy said Wednesday, this is the last Wednesday, the company does not have plans to stop selling the anti-Semitic film that Kyrie Irving tweeted out.
Why would they? Why would they? It's a bestseller. Keep selling it.
Yeah, and why isn't Adam Silver going after Amazon then?
Yep.
I don't know. Why?
I don't.
Because
What's that green stuff that you just want a bunch of, Miles?
Ooh, money, 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 money.
Oh,
Is that
damn.
Money.
Is that what it is?
So they can't put the boots to Amazon like they did to this other guy?
I don't even. Who's the other guy? Here we go. 1957 all over again. This is bullshit. Adam Silver, Jerry Jones standing in the background watching whatever happened happen.
Damn, Miles. Let's go.
Well, call it how you see it.
That was beautiful. That was
Fucking
beautiful.
bullshit.
I like it.
God damn.
Yep. Pick and choose. Who you wanna
Miles.
call out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was I'm at a loss for words right now. That was a fucking big time comparison right there.
Well, it's what it is.
It was good. Yeah.
Except one's got more money than the other. Barely.
Well, maybe back then versus now. You know, he was
Yeah.
only a kid back then.
Yeah. I don't know how obvious it has to be. It's about money. I mean, a player that the NBA pays versus a company.
How come nobody's calling? Okay, you said Adam Silver, right? How come nobody is calling out the NBA on this loudly and clearly?
They do.
Because
They do.
ESPN has a deal with the NBA for NBA games to be played on their station,
Right.
and they've already paid, right?
Fuck. Here's the deal. They're playing it wrong then. Because if I'm
They could
ESPN, yeah, they could kick Amazon off this bullshit and they could get some more fucking games going, right? So that's when you start getting the anchors to be like, listen, I don't know why they're not talking about Amazon because they're still selling that shit.
Yeah.
And then the NBA's like, fuck, what do I do? They got to pick one, right?
Yeah,
Like,
they're gonna ride with ESPN,
yeah.
obviously, at that point.
You going to go with the old wife or the hoe? Like, what are you going to do? Well, I don't know. You got to pick one. But,
whichever one flips it around and goes crazier, I guess,
yeah,
or whichever one you love.
that's probably the one you love, right?
Well, if it was your wife in the first place, you wouldn't have been looking for a hoe, right?
As long as
Nah,
she
dude,
ain't
baby.
sick, as long as she ain't saying, bitch, I don't cook, I don't clean, we good.
Figure out how I got this ring.
Yeah, figure out how I got the. Oh,
Still
there's
one
the
of
part
the
I missed.
yeah. So still one of the greatest. Obviously, you know the song, "Wet Ass." Woo-hoo. So one of the greatest things was her husband, Cardi B's husband, posted on Instagram. Don't let this woman fool you about that she don't cook or clean. And it is her vacuuming up in her nightie, like more in the morning, vacuuming up and cleaning.
That's
Don't let
hilarious.
her fool you.
I love it.
Calling it out. Arrest warrant issued in Tampa for Antonio Brown stemming from a domestic battery incident involving a woman.
So he gets in trouble for that, but not peeing in a pool, exposing himself.
I think he did get in trouble for that. I don't know what's all going down with that, though.
Okay.
I think he got in trouble for that.
Are we sure? Was it a woman he beat up?
It says woman. Yep.
Can they say that?
Yeah.
Okay. Just
I see.
I haven't heard what she said
I
yet.
kind of am starting to it's starting to come into focus what the mood of this episode is. Some starting to come into vision. But yes.
But then he what did he do? He barricaded himself
Yeah,
in his house.
I'm gonna type it in quick just to make sure.
How fucking wild is that?
Probably fucking saran wrap the whole house.
Dude. I just can't help but picture like a Wild Wild West shootout, you know? Somebody's in the window, pew pew. Just-
I imagine him naked. This is Sparta.
Antonio Brown is promoting his music while running from the Tampa police. He was in it. Yeah, he's inside of his house. No update on the case. Still on the run from the police a day ago.
He's probably thinking,
Oh, they
I'm a
didn't get him.
man.
They didn't even get him.
oh my God.
He's that fast.
He is fast as shit.
Somebody sign him.
He's like, I'm a maniac.
You know what? This is. I heard. I think it was Tyler actually at work. He's like, this is what this man gets for doing Tom Brady as dirty as he has, for a guy that brought him in and sheltered him. You know, not sheltered like he was like he was homeless, but brought him into his home when he got him a NFL contract down there. Also, let him live in his place.
Yeah.
And this is what, and everything you've done dirty to him since.
I know when you listen to him talk, he acts like he did Tom a favor by coming here. Like you weren't going anywhere else,
No,
dude.
nobody was knocking on your door.
Yeah, so none of that shit makes sense. It drives me nuts.
You weren't winning a Super Bowl.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady was winning a Super Bowl with or without you.
right.
Not the other way around.
I'm willing to bet that Tom Brady has so much dirt on him and just doesn't acknowledge it.
No. Yeah, I'm with you.
Real quick, you mentioned he's really fast, right?
Yeah.
So Christian Watson, this past weekend, I think it was on his big run for a touchdown.
Yep.
Second fastest speed in an NFL game this season. You will fucking not believe who has the first fastest speed in an NFL game this season.
This season? I won't guess. Isn't it that the Patriots defensive guy that came and played, he did that one snap?
No, it's an old-ass wide receiver.
Old?
Probably played, I don't know how many games he's played, 4 or 5. Like, he came kind of late to a team.
You got Julio Jones.
Flashy,
you got
wide receiver, just known for a deep route.
Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson.
Was it like
something like
23.5?
Something like that, yeah. I'm like, of all people, this motherfucker's like 36 or something.
He just got signed. 37, he might be. He
37.
just got signed by off the practice squad. Who the hell's practice squad was he just on? But he just got bumped up.
No, he played with.
He did, but he got signed to a practice squad because he got released.
Oh, yeah.
He got released.
That's right.
And then he got picked up on a practice squad. He just got lifted from the practice squad up to the active roster.
The Ravens?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's the Ravens.
Because where was he? Was it Tennessee or was it the Ravens?
The Rams.
I thought he left the Rams last year,
AFC.
and I thought he went back to the
Raiders.
Eagles.
He played a game this year for
Raiders.
It was the Raiders.
Raiders, yep.
Okay.
Right?
I'm willing to bet it was.
Seems like
no,
Tennessee.
he came from the Raiders, didn't he? He played for the Raiders, went to the Rams.
No, Eagles, bro.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it has to be the Raiders then. Eagles, Rams, Raiders.
Okay.
We're looking.
Ravens.
I'm too.
I have Tennessee.
You're with the
in my
Ravens.
mouth for
You
some
are
reason.
correct
I don't
there.
know why.
Why are you with? Why Tennessee?
So we were right. So last year it was the Rams to the Raiders.
Yep.
And this year is the Ravens.
Yeah.
And
it was the Ravens.
he hasn't played a game in the.
Yes, he has.
He has
He
played
has.
Yes.
3 games. Yep,
For who?
for the Ravens.
Oh, it
Okay.
is the Ravens.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's the
Yeah.
Ravens.
Okay.
Raiders last year, Rams last year, Eagles year
Don't
before.
fuck with me, Danny.
A couple years before that.
Damn it.
You said Raiders.
I said Ravens to start off, and then
Oh.
you're like, he played for somebody else. And I was like, the Rams, the Raiders, the Eagles. I was naming everybody he played for.
He still got.
But yeah,
the-
I
he
thought
still
that was
got them
wild. He's
wheels.
old, but he's still fast as shit, man. That's crazy.
That is.
Uh,
I wouldn't have guessed that. I thought you were gonna say something like one of those slot receivers or something that still was like quick and shit.
I was thinking
Yeah.
it was either a Ross or that Tutu Atwell.
They snappy.
You're thinking way too much fucking shitty ass Rams over there.
That has nothing to do with the Rams.
Nobody's outrunning anything. There's enough time for them to run down the field to catch a ball because there's no offensive
Hey,
line.
Baker's here, baby.
Yeah,
I
he
told
has
you
been-
he'd take
No.
a team
He
to
has,
the playoffs.
he has
No.
been claimed by the
somebody
Rams.
has to claim him.
No, they don't.
It was going to be the bottom of the barrel. We have
No,
nobody.
I was shocked. actually.
1.35 million. I'll take him.
He'll be starting.
He can't do anything worse than what's going on, anyways. Fuck,
He's gonna die though. There's
dude.
no
they're
offensive
literally
line.
the Rams are literally doing warm-up snaps, and the line's going down. Come on.
That's beautiful.
Okay. All right.
I get what you're saying. They're terrible. Maybe they're trying to just end his career this year, right?
Like put him out of his misery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, they ain't rebuilding it. That's for sure.
Let's see. Cowboys have concerns after meeting with Odell Beckham Jr. with his physical, and the recovery from a torn left ACL that hasn't progressed enough to play in mid-January. They believe
Hasn't
progressed enough to healing.
he was 100% medically cleared.
Their doctors.
So they got different doctors. All
their
right.
doctors must not feel as confident.
So you're telling me Odell's flying to Japan, and the doctor's saying no, and he's saying yeah, we're good. So he gets back on the plane.
Yeah.
We're not good.
I like the Cowboys' confidence that they'll be playing that far into the season. though.
Ooh, come on, Danny. Don't
So,
start. I don't want to go down that hole.
I love that. I actually think they're a really fucking good team, and I don't like that. But
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
but I like the confidence because that overconfidence tends to fuck you. So keep that,
Yep.
keep
Keep
that,
that.
boys. But I don't know, man.
If they're bashful though, that's the one team that usually isn't bashful about anything, right?
Yeah.
Does he? That to me, my first inclination off of it is that he's not going to get signed by anybody this year.
Why would you?
Either that or they're throwing this out there so that other teams don't, those other 2-3 teams don't put it up.
Oh, yeah. See?
No, because that would, no. Odell would not like that, and he wouldn't sign with you after that.
I don't know.
He has to get some game tape this year. He has to. He didn't play that many games with you last year, right? He balled out when he did, like especially in the Super Bowl. We've all said that clearly. He was the MVP before he went down. He needs to get some game tape. He needs to get some game reps to get that long-term contract he wants, or that final good 3 or that final 4-year contract or some shit like that. Big one.
You
Big
know what?
contract.
I rolled that a little too hard. James, you could have gone out there and run those routes he was and be that open when Cooper Kupp's getting that much attention.
Absolutely. I can do it without Cooper Kupp on the other side.
Yeah, all day, baby.
All day. I'll moss your ass every day.
Fuck, you must
We'll
be
get
all
some
you
video.
want.
So after this last weekend, I really thought Dallas was a spot. He went and met with them. He went to the Mavericks game, all that stuff, right? Hanging out with who was he? Parsons and somebody else, Tony Pollard, maybe he was hanging out with or something like that. But he feels like he's ready, right?
Yeah.
So when that gets reported, do you think he's pissed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's not signing with Dallas now.
Yeah, I don't know if he will now.
No, that's done.
I don't know
Over.
if he'll sign with
Sailed.
Dallas either. But I think he wants some version of something this year. So if that report, that's a pretty risky game that Cowboys are playing if they really want him.
Yeah.
That maybe they're trying to get the dollar amount lowered some by doing this. And if no one else will sign him, then guess what? You want to get fed?
They just fed the Chiefs. Chiefs will take him. They have the money. They'll spend it this year. Fuck how bad his knee is. You're playing.
And the Chiefs need a receiver right now. So
I don't know why he wouldn't go to the Chiefs over the Cowboys. I will say that
grass turf, baby.
Grass, but not just the grass either. In my opinion, it is the better quarterback. It is the better offensive scheme.
Yeah.
Mike McCarthy is not trustworthy. I don't hate Dak. I have him fantasy too. Like I have high hopes for him, but he hasn't played the same. Like you may think it is. I heard a stupid ass statement by one of the pregame guys, or just before the game is about to start. You know, they do their opening monologue. The two guys calling the game or whatever, and they said something along the lines. They've been averaging ever since Dak's been back. I think it was Collinsworth. So I think I'm pretty square on this one.
yeah.
He's like, they've been averaging like 40 points a game ever since Dak's been back, and I'm like, that has not been Dak, bitch.
That's Tony Pollard and Zeke. That's the run
and
game.
the defense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The defense just dropped. Defense special teams just dropped 3 touchdowns on them. 2 touchdowns for sure, but whatever the hell it was. But I'm saying their defense is so goddamn opportunistic. They're very sack-heavy, sack-laden. Shit happens, right?
Yep.
And then the run game has turned into something legit finally, like
It's a
it
machine,
always should
man.
have been, right?
Yeah, yep.
And they're finally using both of them.
Yep.
Like we got to give Zeke some love because he's finally doing what he should be doing. He's no longer the number one back, as in the guy, bell cow. He doesn't need to be. He needs to play the role he is right now. Tony Pollard do his role, right?
They're both better when they do that.
Absolutely. So that has not been because of Dak. So I'm telling you, the best situation for Odell is with Kansas City.
For the sake of tape and stuff, I totally agree. Yeah. Because I don't think Dallas is as good if it turns into a Dak team. They have to stay with what they're doing if they want to get far in the playoffs. And that's not going to get OBJ as much shine, right?
They don't have, in my opinion, I'm not sold on the Eagles, but the Eagles are the clear Super Bowl favorite to go to the Super Bowl in the NFC.
Yeah.
Right? I think 3 or 4 teams easily in the AFC could beat them in the Super Bowl. Right? In my opinion, I really do think that there's 3. But the Eagles have shown that they can play every phase of the game, every facet of the game.
Yeah, dude.
The Cowboys are not on that level. When you cannot trust Dak to win a game for you.
Exactly. Yep.
Right? When you need it to happen. Their defense is too good. So if they know all they have to do is not all they have to do, but put a main focus of shutting down your running game, and that's what they focus on, and make Dak beat you with only CeeDee Lamb. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that defense can be as good as it wants. Go ahead and chase Jalen Hurts around, Holmes.
Yeah.
It doesn't bode well. And when you want to play the pass, he runs for 157 fucking yards. If you play his run, he's going to throw it right over the top of you to his receivers.
And you can't forget either they do not have a good head coach.
Yeah, and that goes way understated,
Yeah.
I think, in this. Yep. It really does. I think that's going to come back and nip them in the ass.
Yeah.
The 49ers, Jimmy Garoppolo, who went down and was originally reported as that he broke his foot. And he's going to be out for the year. He may be okay for the playoffs after avoiding a Liz Frank fracture. My question to you is, they were the scariest team in the NFC coming from behind, right? Like where they were and like what it looks like they should have, like where they were going to be.
Yeah.
Until he went down. If they can keep it going and Brock Purdy, yes, Iowa State, Mr. Irrelevant, the very first quarterback, because when he came in and played that game, very first quarterback, Mr. Irrelevant, to throw a touchdown pass. Mr. Iowa State, Brock Purdy. First ever.
Shit.
Also from Arizona, we give some shout to Luke because Mr. Brock Purdy, I do believe, is from Arizona, if I remember correctly. But can he do enough and the team do enough to keep him afloat to make sure they do go to the playoffs when Jimmy G does return?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially in that division. Seattle's starting to fall apart. They don't have a running back. We know about Arizona. We know about the Rams. Yeah, I think they definitely can do enough. Christian McCaffrey has to stay healthy, and he's going to become the focal point. Not that he wasn't, but even more so now. What's wrong?
Don't laugh about my. Don't you laugh about my Rams, Danny. Don't you laugh at them.
I'm just saying, man. That division is a mess. That's all. But yeah, he can definitely keep them afloat. The interesting thing, I mean, they're a very good system with Shanahan, right? Let's say Purdy balls out, man. Do we have a 3-way quarterback controversy?
I wouldn't go that far.
How fucking nuts would that be?
I think it would be more clear cut. Okay, let me give you a couple scenarios here. All right?
Yeah.
Let's say Brock Purdy keeps it afloat and he does above, like he does pretty damn good, right? But the Jimmy G comes back. Let's say they win the Super Bowl with Jimmy G as a starting quarterback.
And they definitely could.
The scenario there, no, they can't. But we're getting crazy now is my point. If they did, though, Jimmy G, they would have to bring back. Almost would have to. And I think you would actually roll with Purdy, and you would try to get draft picks back for Trey Lance.
Yes.
Now, other scenarios in this. Purdy does fine because I think the system works well. It's proven many times. They've done Nick Mullins back there, multiple quarterbacks, and it works just fine, right? As long as you can hit the play action pass is what it comes down to, right? Jimmy G comes back. They don't win the Super Bowl. They don't. And it's not really even close. Let's put it that way. Let's say they get to the NFC Championship game and they get blown out or something like that. Jimmy G will be gone just like the plan was supposed to be this last year. And then they'll move out Trey Lance. And I think they would give Purdy a shot to be the backup.
Yeah, potentially.
Steady hand if that's what. Because it isn't like he's going to blow the doors off or anything like that. But it's just like a Nick Mullins, a dude that can win you a game or two. Or keep the boat afloat for a game or two for you.
Yeah. Until
your starter comes back, right?
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I mean, either way, I think they're going to be fine to get there. They're going to win the division, in my mind, without question. It's just a matter of what after that. How does Jimmy G look? How does he do? The foot injury sucks. Luckily, he's not a super mobile guy, so he doesn't have to go try to run around. But
right.
Yeah. Miles, what are you doing?
My cat died today.
What?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, I got a little distracted there.
I'm sorry.
I'm looking for a Bengal kitten for my daughter. She's going to be fucking crushed. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Oh, Jimmer just dropped one off over at Luke's here, earlier this year?
Not a Bengal kitten, is it?
No.
No, I don't know. What is Tabby Cat or some shit?
Yeah, I want to.
My cat might have got some love when it snuck out, so I'll let you know here soon.
I'm going to let you guys on a little secret here.
Yeah.
Miles is not the vet he thought he was. I saved my cat better than the fucking vet did, though. He's going to make it. Here's some pills. Come home after hitting that 15K.
Jesus Christ.
And the first person I want to go see is my cat. I'm like, please, you son of a bitch, pull through it. I go down there. His eyes are going back and forth. And, meow. I'm like, fuck, now he's had a stroke. Shit. So I take him upstairs.
Is that the same? Real quick, I don't mean to interrupt you off of it.
Yeah, it's the good
Is that the
cat.
same cat that was coming up and like loving on me when we were playing some Call of Duty?
It's the best cat in the world, yeah.
My bad, man.
No, you're
Damn
good. You're good. Everybody loved that cat. And sorry, I didn't mean to get distracted there. I emailed somebody about a Bengal cat earlier. I'm trying to make sure it's not a scam. Right now wasn't the best time, but I looked down.
I can get you a cat.
I want a Bengal cat, no.
I don't know what that means. Like you want a fucking Bengal?
No, like one of those spotted cats. Like, yeah, I do want a fucking Bengal, but you can't get. I gotta.
Yes, you can. We may know a guy. You watch a Netflix special?
What? How's that go? Fuck Carol Baskins,
That's right.
Fucking Carol Baskins.
bitch.
Yeah. I did see. So, yeah. So go ahead with that. Niners.
Go Jimmy G.
Fuck you.
What do you want me to go with it? With his foot? His,
No, what I'm getting at is, can Brock Purdy keep it afloat for the games or lead them to the playoffs when Jimmy G comes back?
Give me the worst quarterback that you can think of that's starting in the NFL right now.
Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
He's about to start for you.
Okay. You put Baker Mayfield in there with that defense and the run game, anybody can take him to the Super Bowl.
It's not true.
Who is the worst? Not the Super Bowl, but I'm with you. They can be a very competent offense.
Super Bowl.
Who is the worst?
Actually, that's a very good question. Who is the worst starting quarterback right now?
Who's Houston's quarterback?
Well, it's got to be
now?
Matthew Stafford.
Oh, it's got to be. No, it's got to be. Because it's not Davis Mills. It's the
Yeah.
other. It's
Oh, the Houston Texans.
Yeah, they're fully tanking. They're in.
yeah, they're fully in
Technically.
tank mode.
Yep.
Who the hell is that? They've been officially eliminated from the playoffs.
Did
by the
you-
way.
did
I
you-
think the only team that has been
Who has?
the Texans.
Oh, didn't you hear that? It's Houston against the Browns. Houston's like, we can't fucking win it, but their offense won't score. Give it to the defense.
Yeah.
Kyle Allen is
Yeah.
a cart, and that is pretty goddamn bad.
Yeah, it is.
It's got to be Kyle Allen. I'm actually with that
Put Carol out.
because Davis Mills was probably
It
pretty
would be
damn
Zach
close to it.
Wilson, but he's not starting.
He's not starting anymore.
Maybe Sam Darnold.
No, not.
You want
Which Sam Darnold are you getting?
Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah.
that can't be the worst to me.
That's true. He
To
has
me, that
upside.
can't be the worst.
Yeah.
Considered.
Oh no, duh. Fucking, we know who it is. It's fucking Russell Wilson. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Shut up.
There it
Is
is.
the worst quarterback in the
Yeah,
NFL
yep.
right now.
Right
down-
now.
Not even a
And
question.
Kyler Murray's right behind him.
Yeah,
So
he's fucking terrible too.
You are not putting Kyler in the same category right now
as Russell Wilson.
as Russell Wilson this year. We can't be that. We can't be going that outrageous
Uh,
this year.
I'm swinging, but I ain't missing, buddy.
Russell is pretty
Russ is
damn
like
bad.
31. Kyler
Oh, Kyler Murray's like number
22 in that range.
Yeah, so like what? Give him a week off. We'll see where that. We'll see where he's at next week after this bye.
Are you guys shitting me right now? You guys are trying to get me. Both of you are trying to give me a fucking aneurysm.
Where would you have Kyler?
He's the fucking Scottie Pippen of the
You guys
league.
aren't far off. In passing yards, he's number 19 in the league. Missing games too, though. 235 a game. 235.9. Let's see where your guy is.
Russell
Dude,
Wilson.
don't.
33.
Don't,
Russell
don't,
Wilson's
don't,
number 33.
Don't do this.
Russell Wilson's number 33.
No.
He is. I remember seeing a stat. There's 32 active.
No.
There's 32
bad.
starting
Hold on,
quarterbacks
hold
in
on.
the NFL.
Oh, thank God. Holy shit. I thought he was going to be below Zach Wilson and Baker Mayfield. I'm like, are you shitting me right now? No, he's number 16, gentlemen.
Who
for
is?
passing yards, Russell Wilson.
Oh, yeah, but that's not what we're going off of.
What would you like to go off?
Passing yards don't matter when your wide receivers
Wins,
get yacked.
touchdowns.
You were getting way into depth.
What?
First off, yards per game. You just said that's all I'm going by.
2.7.
We can go by yards per game.
No, I get what you're saying.
The bottom of that, like,
Stats don't mean shit. You're the worst. You're the worst.
You're the worst. You're the worst.
Yeah.
Think, what was the stat?
The bottom. Hold on. The bottom starting quarterback.
Fuck. Don't even say it.
And Zach Wilson barely misses that cut. This is number 33. We're saying 32, okay? This is every quarterback that started, and we're going just off of passing yards, okay? So they've obviously had to play enough games to crack the top 32.
Get to it.
Baker Mayfield.
And at least he's number 32. Let's
Hey.
go. number
Taylor
33?
Heineke and Carson Wentz, but they both have split the season basically.
Fuck, Detroit is going to be so good, dude.
Dallas, Dak Prescott, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields. Yeah.
We're getting our first round pick back.
And gentlemen,
Blasphemy.
that's what I got for that.
Man. What was the stat I heard about the Denver game? The Broncos defense gave up, and I can't remember. Did they go into overtime in that game?
Yes.
In the Denver game, it was either 4 quarters or in 3.5 quarters. Either one. The Broncos defense gave up 3 points.
Who'd
and
they play?
Still lost the
Who'd
game.
they play? The Raiders.
The Panthers.
The Panthers.
They both had a bye, right?
That did go into overtime.
And if I was
Let me
going to
look.
tell you something.
Oh
that
no,
was
Chuba
crazy.
Hubbard was on a bye week.
No, hold on. I don't think that's what it
I
was.
think it's Denver. I think it's the Raiders.
I do have an interesting one for you that
No, the
will help-
Ravens.
will help
The
you-
Ravens.
Yeah. there
will
you
help build your case for you. Always does
Did
help
not
build
go
your
in
case because
overtime.
there's nothing that can actually argue against it
go. Okay.
at 3-9.
Just get on board.
9-3.
I'm just double checking this because I heard this.
Opposite.
Their highest points given up by the defense this year was 32 to the Raiders. The next closest amount that they have given up the defense, and that's not including special teams. This ain't digging in. We're just talking
18?
about points.
No, 14.
23.
Oh God, that's not a big fall off.
That's a huge fall off. 23 points a game. That's your highest that you gave up after a 32 point. If your defense is only giving up 23 points a game, you should be winning games.
Yeah.
Right?
Who's their quarterback?
Future Hall of Fame quarterback, Russell Wilson.
Canton, Ohio, still throwing out gear every time you say that.
Yeah, let's see. So they gave up 17, 9, 10, 32 in that one game.
Yep.
12, 19 in overtime, 16, 17, 17, 22. Like, their defense is elite, man.
Right.
10 points. They fucking lost, and the Ravens scored 10 points last weekend, dude.
Let's
Like,
go.
that's the thing, man.
Hold
That's
on.
why that team's falling
And
apart.
they're by, like, hold on. They lost that game, and I heard this stupid-ass statement. This is where I am I came on board last couple weeks, right? I have turned, right?
I see you.
I
yeah,
have.
Yeah.
They actually said, you know what? There was opportunity to win, but the kicker missed a 67-yard field goal. Or 62-yard field goal. I'm like, are you fucking shitting me? We're
Greatest
talking
play
about
call
getting
ever.
near the ballpark of the longest kick of all time.
With how many timeouts?
I don't think
Who
they're
knows? They
I
probably
don't think
fucked
they're
that
the
up,
ones
too.
that did they mess up their. Did they have all 3? Yes, they did.
They had all 3 of their timeouts, and they kick a 67-yard. Maybe they only had 2. I don't remember. I just remember
at least a
it was fucking Peyton Manning. Just like, what are they doing? They have timeouts. Use
Yeah.
a timeout.
Burning it up.
He said timeout 67 times in 2 minutes. It was something
Yeah,
ridiculous.
timeout, and they're just like lollygagging. There's another team that did that too, just lollygagging, chewing off clock.
The
Was
Ravens.
Was that the?
Because didn't the Ravens go for a ridiculous?
No, the Colts. The Colts.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
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 they're-
They've had some catastrophes already underneath this interim.
Well, if it
coach.
ain't them,
Yeah.
the third guess was going to be the Chargers.
Yes.
Yeah. You brought up something pretty interesting. I'm gonna give Danny a little monologue moment. Got to set him up because it was a nice, beautiful post he put on our social media.
I'm walking out right now.
It's not all about you. There's just part
It's
of it.
90%.
No, it's not 90. It's not all you. It's about the craziness of the NFL and where people were supposed to finish. They're not going to finish there. They're going to finish middle of the pack, but they're still going to end up with like a top 7 pick.
Is he talking over here?
It's fucking wild.
It's
By
all-
the way,
it's
the
all you,
NFL
Danny.
is going to go to a lottery soon.
They have to.
I'm
right?
telling you. Yeah, they
This
fucking
tanking?
have to. This tanking is out of control.
Yeah.
But for teams that aren't intentionally tanking, like we're about to talk about right now. So I saw this post about Baker Mayfield going to the Rams, and I'm like, God, that's fucking crazy. Thinking about how bad the Rams are. And then it took me back. I've listened to a few different conversations, so I looked up the information on this. But there's been some pretty big trades over the last year, 2 years, when it comes to draft picks, right? Mm-hmm. And so for the Rams, the big trade for Mr. Matthew Stafford, this is the one bit about the Rams, bro, then we move on. Part of it is Detroit is getting a first-round pick coming up in 2023, right? Here's the problem. Detroit is looking really fucking good. Matter of fact, they're favored against our Vikings, who
They
are
are.
10-2 this weekend. Okay?
What?
Crazy.
What?
They're
Yeah,
favored.
They're favored?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, they're hot, dude, and I would
And
not
they're
be
hot, though.
surprised. I would not be
And they're
surprised.
hot, yeah.
So they're about to get a great pick next year in 2023, right? Then we move on.
Even though they're about to finish middle of the pack-ish, right?
They
Themselves.
could legitimately make a run to the playoffs in the NFC.
They're the only team holding up the Vikings for winning the division yet because it should have already been sealed.
Yeah.
It's only the Lions. We're waiting for a Lions loss.
Yeah, if we lost out and the Lions won, I think they would win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They have an outside shot of making the playoffs this year. They really do, despite the rough start. Anyway, then there was this huge, 8 draft pick trade between Philly and New Orleans. One of those picks is New Orleans' first-round pick in 2023. New Orleans is about to be a 20th best team in the NFL, 21st, somewhere in there. So the Eagles are going to get maybe a top 10 pick because of that. And the Eagles are fucking phenomenal this year.
Right.
Okay? Now, the last one we've touched on because we beat up Russ a lot because he's terrible. But the worst trade in NFL history, besides maybe Herschel Walker, was this Russell Wilson trade. Seattle is about to get a franchise quarterback 1 year removed from Russell Wilson leaving him. Because that's how bad Denver
their team,
has been.
Without their team
Falling
winning
apart.
only one game.
Yeah. They have a shot. They might make the playoffs too.
Right.
What about a fair trade for the Rams and Lions, though? Super Bowl and a top 5 pick.
Yeah, dude, we've told you this a million times.
Yeah.
If I were you, I wouldn't give a fuck. You won a Super Bowl,
Yeah.
okay? Now I'm going to hang my hat on that for the rest of my life.
Absolutely.
I can be terrible.
You
It
guys
doesn't
didn't
matter.
talk about it. Matthew Stafford has a spinal cord contusion,
Yeah, it's like a neck. It's like top of the neck.
and that's
Or
and
bottom of
if I heard correct, that's what retired the Seattle Seahawks running back.
Sean Alexander.
No. The one that Carson,
Yeah, Carson.
Chris Carson.
Oh, recently. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Is that what Peyton had? He had a bunch of surgeries.
I
in
think
his
so
neck.
too. He had something along those lines. He definitely had multiple surgeries on that neck.
So this is my next thing, and this is why I'm a little touchy on the subject.
Why? You have Baker and you trust now.
Baker might be the quarterback.
God damn it. You might be right. You guys have nothing for picks for until what, 2040? I feel like.
And if I'm Cooper
sold your
Kupp,
soul,
I
man.
want out now.
You gotta live with it, man. You won the Super Bowl this one.
I say if we're gonna go that route, since we went off your monologue there, we'll jump back to the bite of it. But I say if I am the Rams, I'm not even close to fucking kidding right now. I sell the house high as soon as it might not come off as high. All these guys will still want these top tier players that you do have outside of Cooper. You keep Cooper. You need one of the best receivers in the game to help bring in your next quarterback.
And Aaron Donald's untouchable. You
yeah,
can't-
because he'll retire.
He'll
he'll
retire.
retire.
Yeah.
But you move on from literally everybody else. Maybe you sell peanuts for Allen Robinson, but you try to trade Cam Akers for a 7th rounder. I don't care what you're getting. You need draft capital.
We already tried that.
You grab, yeah,
Jalen
but
Ramsey?
but they played some. They tried to drive the price up. It was if they would have taken a 7th round, they would have done it. Jalen Ramsey, you start getting some of that goddamn capital back. Maybe some of your defensive end. You can still get some of this back. You try to
Leonard
pitch in
Floyd.
right now.
The problem is that you can't right now, right?
Not right now.
The
I just
season's
mean next
done,
year. Yeah.
basically,
No, I'm talking about next year. You
Yeah.
literally go all in and you trade these and get the assets right out of the game.
I totally agree. You can't be upset about it.
We
This
can't.
is you made a deal with the devil for this, right?
We can't do what you just said.
Why?
Sean McVay's contract is tied in with the core players.
Yeah, Sean's gonna have to be gone, dude.
Yeah. So if let's say if
He can retire.
if Jalen Ramsey goes,
He's going to want to quit anyway. If Matthew Stafford is not there, they do not have another quarterback. They have no capital to go get another quarterback.
Right.
yeah. So we're gonna be seeing him on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be doing some shit.
He's gonna be promoting a movie, by the way. I don't know if you guys heard of it. Not gonna say it, but it's a movie about Jewish people
Jesus.
Jesus. Yeah, Kyrie
And-
talked about this.
and and Adam Silver.
But back to your monologue, the craziness of where the NFL has went.
Yeah, man.
Your prediction is that they need to go to a lottery, or that they're going to go to a lottery.
Yeah, I
right?
think they're going to soon. Yeah.
at some point.
Yep.
You don't think so?
Yeah.
They can't do it. Can't do
I
it.
think they do one thing that the other leagues can't do, and that's the reason why they're able to keep it with they're allowed to keep it the way they do have it without a lottery, and that is that there's only 17 games in a season. You only play so many of each other. Then on top of that, they flip-flop. The worst team plays the easiest schedule. They traditionally try to do that's where they try to flip-flop this around so that you have a fighting chance the next year.
Yeah.
To turn it around that quickly. That's the reason why you see there's always, or high majority of the time, 90+% of the time, there's always a first to last in a division because of that. So that's the reason why I don't know if they actually would go to it because of that, because there tends to be a flip of the script pretty quickly in the NFL. There can be, except for the traditionally bad teams that have been there for usually the Lions, and the Lions still haven't broken 500, so we need to calm down a little bit there. But they have been exciting.
Yeah.
But besides those traditionally ones, a lot of those teams are able to flip it around. I could see them going to a lottery to spice it up too. I could see that.
Yeah, just to force them. Nothing's guaranteed.
What I think is crazy about it is that all the teams that we were predicting to be at the bottom, battling for the top 5 picks, definitely the number 1 pick, are not in that category of getting the number 1 pick, except for the Bears
And Houston.
But they're still not one of the 4. I don't even think we even said the Bears. We said that. We said Falcon. Or you kind of, you touched on it. I was saying Falcons, Seahawks. So there's 2 of them right there, and then the Texans. I think we all put down there.
Yeah. Yeah, because that was the prediction I had was they were going to be so bad they're going to have to debate on a franchise quarterback or keeping. Oh boy!
All those teams,
Right,
regardless of some of their records or their winning records or their near winning records, all still have a shot at a top 5 pick.
Yeah.
They all do. And then you get the insanity of the Eagles have a possibility at a legit Super Bowl. They're legit Super Bowl contenders of getting a top 10 pick. That's insane.
Yeah.
But it's also what you get when we've seen the most trades that we've ever seen in a season. True trading for draft picks for players, which doesn't usually happen. Draft capital usually doesn't move.
Especially big names, man.
Yes.
There was a lot of that.
Oh. I do have a strange law for you, gentlemen.
Let's go.
There's going to be a nice stretch. There's only 6 from Utah. But outside of 2 of them, we got a solid 4. We're going to keep this one simple, though. In Utah, birds have the right of way on all highways.
I don't know how that works out. When they're flying, too, do you guys stop?
Well, you never heard as straight as a crow flies, I'm 10 miles, but if I have to go on the road, I'm 30 miles. So wouldn't a bird, if maybe they're using it for a sense of direction.
Could be right away.
Yeah. If I'm going to go the right way, the crow flies.
He goes so deep, and sometimes you think it's insane, but and it's God damn it. You're onto something here.
It's fucking Kanye over here.
Yeah,
might be a genius.
He might be a genius.
Ooh.
I've had that said to me 3 times now.
Slow down.
Yeah. We're not gonna let him. Wait.
This is the 3rd time. But there is times when people don't listen to me because I go a little outside of the box, and then it's God damn, that motherfucker might be right.
Hold on,
we just can't tell him he's right.
Hold on. When he goes a little outside of the box, that's when we do tell him you might be onto something. It's when you go so far ridiculously outside the over the edge.
Yeah.
No.
That's all right, we had enough.
Or you find the person where Miles goes outside the box, and you go, you in your head is, oh, he might be right, and then the person is so adamant that I'm wrong, and I'm oh, now I'm pissed because you didn't even give me a shot.
Yeah. I get that.
We ran into that this weekend.
The one thing that came to mind for me is that I would have definitely gotten a ticket in, what was that, New Mexico or whatever. Well, I can't remember where it was. We stopped at a truck stop on our way down to Arizona.
He had a candy bar in his back pocket.
And no. And we looked back for some reason, or maybe your brother said something James, what the hell is that in your grill? It was a fucking half a bird. It was its head sticking out. At some point, we clocked a bird.
Yeah.
And it rode with us for the shortest time we'd usually stay in the vehicle was about 3 hours before we'd stop.
Yeah.
So it rode with us.
So you killed that bird and he had to ride away.
Yeah.
That's probably just as bad as hitting a pedestrian walking across.
We didn't know we hit a bird.
What the
Man,
fuck?
you're right.
Hey,
We don't know who was driving. There was 3 of us, so if the authorities come. But regardless, I don't remember hitting a bird.
No.
Just to clarify, he's not speaking of himself. He's using I and we as in past tense of someone else.
Yeah.
there we go.
Hypothetically, this may happen.
Hypothetically speaking.
We would never incriminate ourselves on here.
No. Didn't know. Did you want to touch on any of these games?
There might have been a couple worth touching on, right?
You do realize the Commanders and the Giants did that one thing that annoys the shit out of me, right?
Fucking tied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which always throws a curveball for the goddamn playoffs.
Guess who bet on that on FanDuel?
You did?
I put $40 on it
On what?
for them to tie.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
Holy
I-
shit.
No, you didn't. Did you?
I did.
What'd you get?
$10,000 payout.
22,000.
No, you didn't.
Ah, I got you, bitch.
No, you didn't give me.
Oh wait, hey, you want to know something funny before you go any farther?
What's that?
So after I hit that at the casino, this guy looks at me and you know what he says? Come in here next Sunday, grab all the FanDuel tickets out of the trash can and take them to your tax guy. I'm like, let's go. That's so genius.
There you go.
We're showing a loss, baby.
We're showing a loss. I don't know why you said that out loud on air.
Why wouldn't I? I said hypothetical.
I said hypothetically. That dude's messed up. I actually do gamble that much on FanDuel.
Yeah.
Physically
that's
at the casino.
Miles, you realize you brought me $60,000 worth of tickets. I don't know where it came from. Do we need an open investigation here?
Oh, shit. Yeah, let's see. The Giants and Commanders tied. That's annoying as shit, but it wasn't a very fun game.
No. Heineke did all right. 275 and 2 touchdowns. Brian Robinson did all right. Typical stuff you got there. There wasn't very much closeness. There was craziness in the Seahawks-Rams game. Went back and forth. The Rams were like 9.5, 10-point underdogs in this game. Or were they 6?
I bet them.
Either way,
I did bet
regardless, they still covered. In fact, for part of this game, they were leading. So,
what is it? 14-13 at halftime Seahawks. Yeah, 14-13 Seahawks at halftime.
mm-hmm. And they were hanging around.
What they do? The Seahawks had to come back and win it in the final.
Yeah, DK Metcalf with like 26 seconds left. Catch it. Caught a touchdown.
Who do you think it was over? Who do you think it was over?
Jalen Ramsey.
Why the fuck we paying that guy that much?
Dude,
It was over
the
the
shit
one
talking
dude that
is
shuts him
amazing.
down.
There was a motion play. Decaf going in motion, right? And he's like waving. He's like, "Come on, follow me! Like fucking, let's go." I love it. Dude.
But
I love
he,
it.
in Jalen Ramsey's defense, Jalen Ramsey has shut him down his whole career. DK.
Oh, he has. He has.
He has.
They call him.
So,
his dad.
but DK must be seeing something on tape, which we've been seeing the last like year and a half with Jalen. Jalen's not the same player,
Yeah.
right?
No, he's the same player. He wants to be in front of you at all times. That's what's fucking him. You can make the play from behind.
Yep.
I've seen DBs like let the guy go up, catch it, swat it out. You don't have to be in front of him. Where's he getting?
He's trying to get interceptions.
Yeah, where's he getting bit at? He's getting beat at the point of attack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jalen, that's fine that you can jump 10 foot, but the guy behind you's jumping 11.
Yeah. Tyler Lockett has touchdown in 5 straight games, gentlemen.
Old Lockett, baby.
Balling
So
out.
he's catching up to Alonzo from the Green Bay. What's his name?
Watson?
Romeo
Watson.
Watson.
No. It's not. Romeo Dobbs is one. Christian Watson. Christian Watson's the one that's been balling.
Yeah, he's got
Okay,
8
yeah,
touchdowns.
yeah.
They're
in 4
both
games.
rookies.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, for Green Bay,
Yep.
they're both balling.
They're both. No, I said they're both rookies.
Oh, okay. I got
Dobbs is a rookie too.
Okay,
who was
I
doing
He was
just
balling
fine,
until he
and
got
he
hurt.
was. And he
Yeah.
got hurt.
Okay, I got the wrong.
And then
one.
Watkins came back at the same time that he left, and he's been balling. So.
I see what you're saying. Did Brett Favre start this weekend?
Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, he did.
Yes, he did.
And he saluted the Bears.
There you go.
That's
I
what I was
actually-
getting to.
I actually, to me, I was thinking it was funny. I'm like, because he always says he owns the Bears, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought he was like bitches, like saluting like that.
Yeah.
But listening to more people talk, besides the Hitler bullshit, I don't even want to get into that.
Yeah, we're going to get into that because there's a second phase to this that I'm about to tell you. Go ahead, though.
Well, I'm listening to more people talking. They think it's like it's his last game against Chicago.
Yeah.
And he's saluting him to be like, all right, guys, like, because he loves it there,
Yep.
He thrives. And so it's more of a respect thing. I thought it was a funny, disrespectful thing, but maybe not.
I think it's more, but I think it's both. I think it's a combo of both. But I don't know if you saw this. Better check my facts first. I do believe Aaron Rodgers got fined $100K for that.
He's going to make that on Jeopardy in an episode.
Why did he get fined?
I'm about to pull it up.
Probably because,
I'm going to see if it was a bluff.
Probably because they
Fined.
can't cancel him.
I thought it was a reputable person.
Reputable. Hey,
Let's look.
have you watched that show on Netflix?
No, it had been bluffed then because somebody had to have been a bluff.
Okay, good. Like, you better retire right now.
But still, let's touch on the part where people are beating up, saying that he was doing a Hitler salute
Yeah, so he did
when he did
salute.
this.
Yep.
He didn't do this, did
No.
he? Right? Just want to make this clear because it was like this.
What was the problem?
Ooh, that's very Hitlerish.
Why were
Oh.
people saying it was Nazi-ish?
I don't know.
Because
he
he's a white
held
guy.
his arm, like he kept his arm in the air. Yeah. Yeah.
You mean like a farewell wave?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stupid.
This is where we're at.
You better not wave at me at work, James. I'll fucking get you in HR so fast.
So fast.
Yeah. So I would say that was pretty.
Don't let me cancel you.
We'll vaguely touch on the Vikings game. This game was sloppy for us. But one thing that it keeps proving is that we buckle down and make the plays when it needs to happen, which we're not used to getting.
Yeah.
When games like this would happen, we would usually get bent over.
Bend don't break has been a real thing. We fucking bend,
Yeah.
and then we get a fucking pick at the end of the game somehow a few different times this year.
Yep. Hey, look at that. Oh, speaking of which. All right, there wasn't that many entertaining games. We're not going to talk anymore about football. Before we go, we keep talking. We keep talking. We want to touch a little conspiracy. I saved a video for you, gentlemen, that you need to listen to that will blow your mind. Okay.
Yes.
I guarantee you it will blow your mind. Cause I'm like, oh my
Wait
god.
a minute. You're about to Kurt Cobain us?
Here's the deal, Miles. Jimmer, mind blown.
Joe Burrow
here.
is undefeated
You know
against
what I'm
Patrick
saying?
Mahomes, 3-0.
We're expecting this. Jimmer's like here. He's not with us.
I'm with you.
We just need to be depressed right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
All right, James.
I want you to just listen. I'm not going to show you the video.
Oh, we don't get a video?
No, you're
What
going to
kind of
listen because I'm going to put it on the
conspiracy
mic.
is this?
I'm going to put it on the mic.
On the mic. Let's go.
You're right.
Oh boy, we're getting in trouble.
You it better not say any derogatory words.
Derogatory.
What the hell? Why do you have to pick your?
Can I fucking what do you call it?
Smoke a cigarette?
No, yeah, no. But I'm about to Joe Rogan it. Like,
Oh yeah.
you mean to tell me
I don't know why it needed all
that
that.
Area 52?
I need to look for my saved. Where do you go to look at your saved?
On what?
Here we go.
What's Area 52? 2 times 5 is 10. Area is what?
Okay, this is it.
All right. I'm here for it, Jimmer.
It's a hit job. So basically what happened was all the richest
Whoop.
a hit job. For real? Yeah, the Titanic was a hit job. So what happened was all the richest For real? Yeah, the Titanic was a hit job. So basically what happened was all the richest people in the world in 1912 were supposed to be on this ship. You had the Rothschilds and their basically lackeys at that time who were called J.P. Morgan. There was also another guy who was on that ship. His name was Mr. Uster. He was the richest man in America at that time. He owned 40% of every mortgage in America. Imagine 40%. This guy's a gangster. I'm not saying he's a good guy. But basically, this guy was in the way of the Federal Reserve. They wanted to create a central bank, the Rothschilds. They can't just take someone out of that importance. You know, this guy's just too important to shoot. Just can't kill him. So what they basically did, they made this big deal of, you know, everyone going on the ship. And then in the last seconds, all the Rothschilds people exited the ship. Like right before it's about to take off, the ship sunk. The richest guy in America died on the ship. All the politicians who he was basically bribing, all that money evaporated. So they went all to the Rothschild side. And then next year, 1913, they started the Federal Reserve Bank because there was no more opposition to it. The Titanic was actually a hit job.
All right, James.
I like it.
James, I love your enthusiasm here. I already knew about this one. I just don't go down that rabbit hole because the Rothschilds control everything.
Mm-hmm.
There's more to it than just being the richest people in the world on the ship, too.
Well, high majority. What I'm telling you is that it was part of the America part, too.
Yeah.
And that they bailed at the last second. They like I remember hearing about it. I don't remember ever hearing the conspiracy part of it, but that they were supposed to die. I think it was was JP on that too. There was some rich people that pulled off at the last second and ended up not obviously
the
going
Rothschilds.
Down.
Yeah. The Rothschilds have done this like 2 or 3 times. Now their name gets brought into stories like this. Something with the World Trade Centers too. There was people that exited that day that were supposed to be in there. But it's deep. It's deep, and it's a.
Well, enlighten us then. You think we're so far under what you think
you're not?
we are.
You're not under like it. There's truth to that because there was a log. Like they knew who was on the damn ship when they went on.
And the very next year, then the Federal Reserve was created. After that, and the one person that was preventing that was on that ship.
Yeah, but see, that person he had people to leave stuff too, though.
Yeah, but you can bully that. What did that man say? That man right there said that this dude was like a gangster. He was not a nice guy.
Man.
There you can get okay. Basically, here's what I'm getting at. Let's say Miles, you're the badass. Like nobody will fuck with you, right?
Yeah.
Because of the respect that you've earned or whatever you've done over your time. Big, powerful money, right? You pass. Your money gets left to your family, your wife, let's say your daughter and your son.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What if your son and them in general just don't have either the cojones, or maybe they even do, but maybe they don't want to be a part of like the violent side, and they come up here like, here's the deal. We'll let you keep your assets. You stay the fuck out of what we're doing.
Yeah.
We may even juice it up a little more. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
If you get past the one bigwig that is no longer, that's one of the hardest headed people, you no longer have a battle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, 100%, man.
I agree.
That shit's interesting.
I saw that just a little bit of TikToking. Seen that come across. I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like I knew about like some very very wealthy people getting off at the right time.
Where'd the ship
First
go
I've heard
down
like
at?
that. Well, what was it? It was 1,000 miles or something from New York.
I don't remember.
How close to the Bermuda Triangle was it?
Nowhere near.
Exactly. The triangle moves.
Oh my God! Now we're getting goofy.
Miles is here.
Yeah. The Bermuda Triangle is a real thing. And
I agree with you on that.
and it actually moves. Like
I don't agree with that.
It's like a area that has no time and no nothing, but it's not stuck in one spot.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. They say it is, but it's not. If they don't even acknowledge that it's real, how can they say it's stuck in one spot?
It does exist. It's the Devil's Triangle. It may be, the urban legend is, it's actually certain amount of islands.
You don't think I'll go there?
I didn't say
You don't think I'll fucking go there? And I will come back.
The Bermuda Triangle is from Puerto Rico, Bermuda, and Florida.
And you don't think I'll go?
I didn't. At what point did I challenge him?
You know what?
You know what? You won't go. You fucking will not.
You won't do it.
I will book a plane trip right now.
You don't even have the money. You went to the casino again.
James, when you lose 1,000 out of 15, you think you feel that? That's not even the tip of the iceberg. This isn't the fucking Titanic.
Back to the iceberg.
What is it? Plane trip to Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah, I don't think I would fly like there and land there. I might.
No, I am booking a plane. I am plane trip over the Bermuda Triangle right now. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to get in one of those fucking isolation tanks. Plane trip
sensory
over-
deprivation tank. You need to
Yeah.
do that.
Plane trip over the Bermuda Triangle. Here we go.
Do you have a dollar amount?
Okay.
Like we're hanging on your words.
Funny story here, guys.
Yeah.
Pilots avoid the Bermuda Triangle.
No shit.
You got to pay a private guy.
Dude,
No, actually, what you need to do is look at the map. Unless they literally avoid it, like even when they're in air, look for the island that would be on the opposite side that they'd have to go right through the Bermuda Triangle to get to.
That's what he's saying. They go around it.
what the fuck? It's not even that far out there.
No,
it's literally right off the tip of Florida.
That's what I just said.
What
Florida
the
and
fuck?
Cuba are
You know how
like
much
90
cocaine
miles
came
or
through there? Yeah. All right, people. Here's the deal. You don't need to be scared of the Bermuda Triangle. You need to be scared of Pablo Escobar bringing fucking 300 pounds of coke. Who's this white guy? Boom, dead.
100%.
I didn't know it was that.
I appreciate the conspiracy, Jimmer.
Yeah.
Nice work out of
No,
you.
I do. I love it. I just don't know how to go with it because there's no. I truly believe it. So
Yeah, there's a lot
Right,
tied to
but
that.
but there's no there's no solid proof of it.
No
A lot
solid-
of coincidence.
no solid proof
Yeah.
of what. The Rothschilds were really supposed to be on that boat, and they walked off before it
Right?
took
Yeah,
off.
yeah, that's a fact.
And now
But
they're the richest people in the world.
They could be the luckiest people in the world.
Yeah.
You have to be lucky to be rich too.
Yeah, listen, Miles,
Remember
Miles,
the casino? You had to be lucky.
all right, Danny. I know you're about to go somewhere. Can
just listen, Hillary Clinton just happens to have a bunch of friends that decided to kill themselves.
pedophiles
One time, twice. He shot himself twice in the head, okay?
twice?
Twice.
Yeah.
I don't know how the fuck he did it. One shot wasn't enough. Okay, Danny, here we go. You ready? This is where Jimmer wants to go. Here it is. Fuck, I lost it. Damn it.
Oh, it's gone.
No,
Yeah.
I was gonna go this route. God, I hate it.
All right, it's getting cold in here, bitch.
All right,
I
yep.
hate it. I'm
So,
sorry.
which one of you fine gentlemen doesn't make sense if you don't think about it?
Let me think.
Go back in time, Danny. Go back in time.
Off the top of my head. Oh yeah, so all right, so I got one. It's my dad's birthday today. So shout out to Pops.
Happy heavenly birthday.
So my dad was always a very scandalous gentleman, okay? Very classy guy, right? But very scandalous. And there was a point in high school where I got into so I owned my own car, paid my own insurance, everything like that. But I have the same name as my dad, right? So I'm 16 years old, I think, at the time, 16, 17. And I get into a car accident. And the car's basically totaled. And I don't know what I'm doing dealing with insurance and shit like that. So my dad, he's like, I'll talk to him, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so time goes by, and I have no idea. My car's worth like maybe $1,000 tops at the time, right? So if it got totaled, I don't know if technically it's my fault, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how all that goes. So there was just one day all of a sudden, my dad comes to school. And so we're in high school, right? And he comes in, he's like, hey, I got your money. And I'm like, the fuck?
You show up at the high school.
What do you mean? He's like, I got your money here. And he gives me this fucking envelope of cash. And it was like $700 or something. I'm like, what? They just give you cash? For the insurance company they paid you in cash? he's like, oh no, I went and cashed it for you. Fucking, I'm like, this motherfucker. So to this day, I have no idea how much I should have gotten for that goddamn car. But he just rolls into school. I'm for sure he took $500 off that, 100%. But he rolls in and he's like, here, I got your money.
Yeah.
I don't. Like they give you cash now. That's how we do things. Like what the fuck?
Makes sense if you don't think about it.
Yeah,
right?
100% makes sense, man. This dude was hilarious.
You know what? He gave you in the ballpark of, you know, I
no.
was
He
actually
took
shocked.
advantage of my
No,
ignorance
no,
for
he
sure.
didn't. No,
Well, for
he-
sure.
Danny.
Well, for sure. But do you realize that I'm actually shocked he gave you 700? Like, I can't believe he just didn't throw you 5.
Yeah, that actually makes me think there was probably way more.
Yeah, Danny, I'm gonna tell you right now.
This fucking guy.
There was way more. It was probably $2,000.
I'm so depressed.
They give you the book value of your car when that happens.
Yeah, man.
So
Right.
if
It doesn't
you-
matter how rusted out it was.
it
any
doesn't
of that.
matter. Like they're giving you the book value at excellent.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I don't know, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So, at the time, I don't even think about that, though, right? I'm just like,
Right.
I got $700. Cool. Like, whatever. Worked at, like, fucking Pizza Hut or something, so I wasn't making a bunch of money.
Right.
And then I don't even know when it occurred to me, but I was definitely an adult, later on in life. And I'm like what the fuck?
Probably your first car accident afterwards.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on. Something's not right about this shit. What the hell? Yeah. So, that makes sense. Dedicated to Papio there.
There you go.
But definitely makes sense if you don't think about it. Words of wisdom, don't trust your parents. Like, fucking.
Right.
If they have the same name and they give you cash when you should have got a check, maybe question it.
Maybe question it,
that's
or
what
at
I would
least show the bank receipt or whatever, something that shows that this is how much it was.
Right.
Hey, Adam Silver, you big goofy tall bastard. I'm looking for you. I'm looking for dirt. I don't care how far I gotta go back. Those fucking satellites on the side of your head ain't gonna be hard to spot, buddy.
He does have some Dumbo ears, too, doesn't he?
Man, that motherfucker played Dumbo in the movie.
100%.
He'd be flying.
All of a sudden, he's gonna be spent for 2 weeks.
Who?
You're just gonna be burning into phone, computer, whatever.
You're going to get messages at 3 in the morning again.
He's already got to figure it out.
Still up.
I'm gonna be messing Kyrie. Hey,
He'd be like,
meet me.
we'll be like something broke. Like there'll be a photo of Adam Silver from the 70s or some shit, and me and you will be talking about it. And Miles like, I already broke the case. I already seen that 3 weeks ago.
I'll find him in a porno with some fucking dude.
Jesus. How are you going to search that, first of all? Let's talk about that.
It's already in his search bar.
You wouldn't believe the amount of porn I had to watch to find this. fucking hands raw.
Oh my god. Holds his hands waterlogged when he hands over the evidence.
They're like blistered.
Miles, how long have you been in the bathtub? I haven't been.
Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, with all that said, it's about time to wrap her up, ladies and gentlemen. So for you beautiful people that found us out there on the interweb, be sure to like, subscribe, share, the whole 9 yards. We really appreciate it. We're here for some entertainment, give you some sports news, and have a good time, and obviously to tell a story. But speaking of that, where's the podcast available, Jimmer?
Anywhere and everywhere podcasts are available. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and YouTube.
Miles needs a fucking fidget spinner over here.
Not RedTube. YouTube.
YouTube, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't promote that. I promote Thick Fat.
Big fat, for sure. But Miles, if they
Get your
want to
beat
send a
on.
story in for us to tell, what should they do?
Slide into the DMs.
Let's go, baby. Slide into the DMs. We'll tell the stories. We love to laugh.
We'll be very discreet about it.
or not. And wink, wink. Hey, you know what? Just to have your back, when you message us, just tell us not to say something, and we still will. But you can at least say, "Hey, I told them." You know, what am I going to do? It's funnier that way, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you go to the casino and tell your wife you only went with 200, we're telling you took 400.
Oh. Miles causing drama now, ladies and gentlemen. But I think it's about that time. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for listening. This is 3 Gig Sports.
We out.
From nothing, no hindsight discussions. I've been writing, I love it. All this doubt around me, damn it, look, I got it right.